How do you sum up this year from your seat? We'll get into the game in a minute, but just this year for you.
It's tough to sum up, but there's a lot of emotion taking place. Mixture, obviously a ton of disappointment in the end result, but nothing but absolute respect and admiration for our entire club. You know, it's a club that from day one poured everything they had into this. Every single guy. And they did something that was really special. They did it for each other, and they did it for San Diego. And, winning the season with a lot of question marks. And I was really pleased how the organization was able to get together so quickly. It starts at the top, and I appreciate the commitment from ownership and AJ. I'm very grateful for AJ and our relationship. But I'm ultimately grateful for the guys in our clubhouse that brought it every single day, man, and didn't back down from anything. And also really grateful for the way they did it. You know, they did it with effort, enthusiasm, love for each other, love for our community, and respected the game. You know, had fun with it too, and that's a part of it that I enjoyed quite a bit. Is our players had fun and played free and played with enthusiasm, and you do it for our faithful, and put every bit of what we had into it. And thing about putting your effort into faith is you never know how it's going to turn out, but that's a beautiful thing about faith. And we have it, and we're just grateful for our community, but disappointed that we weren't able to get to an ultimate goal that we all share.
You guys led the league in hitting. You scored in bunches. What is your view of 24 innings without a run? Like, how stunning is that for that to be the way this ends for this team?
I think stunning's appropriate. Yeah. I got to tip your hat, and while we're doing it, congratulations to the Dodgers. They hard fought, a lot of things going on in the series. Had them down. They were able to come back, and so congratulations to them.
I imagine you take that start from you, Darvish, every time.
Darn right, every time. Yeah, I thought you was magnificent again. Had him off balance. A couple swings got him. Other than that, he was really good.
Come in the front to Barry.
Hey, Mike. I'm not going to go into the complete chapter and verse of this, but we have the three top teams in baseball are still in the playoffs. Spending teams in baseball are in the playoffs. You ran up against a franchise here with $700 million player and a couple of other $300 million players. It really, in the end, when you look at the difference, the Padres cut money this year. They cut about $90 million. Do you think that tips the scales? I mean, all the things that you just said and elucidated about how hard you worked all season just to stay toe-to-toe with a team like that?
That's a lot to unpack. I think it's a good question. Back to Jeff's question about summing up the season, being able to regroup as quickly as this organization did, and like you said, cut whatever it was, $90 million, and we also lost a lot of big name free agents and went elsewhere. But again, I give AJ and our group credit. We compete with what we have, and what we have is really good. And we've got a good foundation moving forward. I don't expect this to be a one-off. I firmly expect this group to come back and be ready to go for the consecutive playoff run for 2, 3, 4 years. That'll be historic in San Diego baseball. history. You know, as far as the payroll goes, ultimately it comes down to playing good baseball, and we did that all season.
But do you think that the scales are kind of tipped by the fact that, you know, the Dodgers are going to just keep spending? I mean, that's not going to change.
No, it's probably not going to change, but I give, you know, zero energy or thought towards that. You know, blessed to work with the club we've got, and we're going to get the most help we have, and what we have is plenty, and I'm confident our ownership and AJ will only complement what we are doing now.
We'll take two more in back row, and then we'll finish up with Russell.
Mike, when you kind of consider how you guys were able to approach Yoshinobu Yamamoto in Game 1 versus today, what's the difference in your mind?
Well, it's the best we've seen him. You know, we're able to get him in the second game in Korea, which feels like 100 years ago, and get 5 in the first. And we had some good at-bats with him earlier in the season. Had a good at-bats early in the game, you know, earlier in the series. And I give him a lot of credit. You know, fastball looked like it had a lot of life. Had to be pretty exciting for Japan tonight, or in their case today. He was good, you know, a lot of life to his fastball, in and out, through secondary when he needed to, and we just couldn't string anything together. So I thought he rose the occasion.
And Russell.
Mike, identity was something you talked about from spring training through the regular season and in the postseason. I know the result isn't necessarily something that you look on, but when you look on the foundation that you guys were able to build here in year one with you at the helm, is that something that you look to and say, this is something we can hang our hat on for years to come?
Yeah, we know. No, it's important. If you don't have an identity, you don't stand for anything. Just like I mentioned about your faith, you know, whatever your faith might be. If you don't have it in anything, you know, you're rudderless, right? But when you have an identity, you have a clarity of what and how you're going to compete. And the staff, is a good opportunity for me to thank the staff right now. Our staff did an A+ job this year with our players. I mean, the players get the credit for the success we had. I'll take the ultimate, you know, whatever there might be for not getting where we wanted to. But the staff did a great job of creating that identity. And that identity is only as strong as its challenges. And we were challenged a lot this year, and our identity only got stronger. So it's now part of who we are. And that's what I mentioned earlier to Barry's question a little bit. That's why I can feel good about moving forward, that we stand for something that we believe in, how we play and compete, how we do it together, that'll only get stronger and allow us to continue to have these moments in postseason and beyond.